Map's all blue. We're doing great. We got to go defeat Midna to get the goddess butterfly. I don't necessarily know what that means, but, you know. Unfortunately, it does look like we don't get Midna this time. We get Butterfly Lady instead.
R. Miller in the chat is saying, give me a second.
Yeah.
Just need to download my bomb app. I reset my Sheikah slate recently. They say that as a joke. That's one of the story points in Breath of the Wild. Do you remember when you have to go talk to, what's her name? Hateno Village? And then she hooks your app up to the thing because the picture app got erased?
That's right!
And you have to re-download the picture-taking app? It's already a plot point.
Right. Re-downloading apps. Ah, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Come on. Come on, you guys can kill one freaking skeleton. There, you're welcome. Oh, is she going to be on Link Wolf?
It's a different wolf.
That's a different wolf.
They couldn't have Link Wolf be bad, so it's a different wolf. Any recommendations for a new laptop? I've always been a desktop guy and I've built my own, so I'm afraid I cannot help you, True Blue Review. All right, I think there's something wrong with the tips because I haven't gotten a new one in a while.
Okay, well, do the old refresh.
I did, multiple times, nothing. So if I'm not reading your, I mean, it could be we just haven't got any tips.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
That's possible.
But if I'm not reading your stuff, it's because I'm not getting it.
Sorry.
Midna looks 10? No, she's just cursed to be a goblin.
Yeah, she's a little goblin. She's a weird-looking little, and you know, it's extra poignant when you know the story of Twilight Princess, which I will do my best not to spoil here, but you know.
I think I already spoiled it by saying she's cursed to look like a little goblin.
Oh. Yeah, you totally did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking game's like 10 years old at least.
I know, but you always feel bad. That ending sequence when you see her in her true form. I love that. I loved that ending sequence. That was great. I thought that was really neat. All right, Midna's joining the team. Victory.
And then you reiterated the spoiler. God damn, I did. It's 10 years.
Yeah, that's kind of out of spoiler territory.
That's well past the spoiler expiration date.
Yeah, if you haven't played...
Oh, here, you know what? Spider-Man dies at the end of Infinity War.
Wow. You know what, Rich? That was uncalled for. That was absolutely uncalled for. Shit, man. I mean, that's been out just a couple weeks, still outside of spoiler territory, but that was uncalled for. We're going to get angry emails now.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
Well, I'm going to get angry emails.
Do you really think so?
No. No, I don't. I'm guessing by this point, most people know that already. Yeah, and by the way, Tailosive Gaming puts it correctly, which is this: dies.
Yeah.
Dies.
Yeah.
For anyone who's seen the movie.
No, I figure at this point, anybody who hasn't seen it doesn't care.
That's probably fair. Oh, here we go. In this one, I get to play as Midna. Yeah. Yeah.
Lana had saved an unusual girl named Agatha from the Twilight.
No, but by the way, like they're already in production. Oh, speaking of. Speaking of, Rich.
Yeah, what?
You and I a few weeks ago were talking about Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned something that I would like to see in the next Spider-Man movie. Do you remember what this was? Do you remember what
Mysterio, right?
Mysterio. I was saying, like, because I really like Legion and how they do like the psychic camera tricks, and I really like the show Sense8 that has a psychic thing, and so they use like in-camera tricks and fun editing to show like this really confusing world. So I said, Mysterio would be a great choice for the next Spider-Man because they could do weird camera stuff. And they just announced that they're trying to strike a deal with Jake Gyllenhaal to be Mysterio in the next Spider-Man movie. Huh. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. We need a Mysterio movie. That'll be great.
Interesting that they, and probably smart, they didn't head straight to the heavy hitters.
You can't.
Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus. No. Yeah. Here's the Vulture, and here's Mysterio.
You know why? It's keeping him small.
Yeah.
Keeping him neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So like that's the other thing is like we know they're already working on that. James Gunn has already like said that like what's her name? Gamora. Gamora's in Guardians Volume 3. Like James Gunn said that before Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we die. It's comic books. You guys know comic books. What do you think is spoiler? Someone's asking what we think spoiler territory is.
I don't know.
3 weeks. I'm okay with 3 weeks.
I also think it's probably relative to how much the knowledge of the spoiler will affect the enjoyment of the film.
Sure. Which, of course, is very subjective to whoever's watching it.
Yeah.
Because some people just don't care about spoilers. I generally care. I don't want anything to be spoiled for me.
Like telling somebody the twist of Fight Club. It's probably a bigger deal than saying, this character fought this character in Infinity War.
Right.
No, I had Fight Club spoiled for me. Still enjoyed the movie.
Still
one of my favorite movies.
Fight Club is a rare circumstance where once you know the spoiler, you can rewatch many times and still pick up on fun new things.
You get at least 2 viewings out of Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, at least 2.
Come on, get up.
What's the twist of Fight Club? See, I'm more reluctant to give away the twist of Fight Club than I am in Infinity War. Because I think knowing the twist in Fight Club is a bigger deal.
Then here's the other tricky situation with all this is Infinity War is based off of a comic book that has been out for ages.
Yeah.
And roughly the same thing happens.
Yeah.
So
roughly. It wasn't hard to predict.
Right. So, like, I feel even less I feel slightly less beholden to spoilers just because it's based on a thing that, like I said, already exists. So it's like same with like Game of Thrones spoilers, where it's like these books have been out for years, and just because people are watching them on TV now.
Plus, Fight Club's a movie where if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you haven't seen Fight Club, you should see Fight Club. You should see Fight Club. No thoughts on this?
Oh, Fight Club's a great movie.
Yeah.
Fight Club's a great movie that I think people should see. Yeah, I mean, none other than Fight Club's a great movie. I can't imagine. Where are we going? Oh, over here.
Would I say some people might take Fight Club the wrong way? I'm not sure what the wrong way to take Fight Club is.
Oh yeah, no, actually we've talked about this before. I will absolutely say some people will watch Fight Club and see Tyler Durden as the hero. And yeah, oh no, I know these people. Oh, that's right. Do I have a thing to defeat him yet? I don't think I do. I absolutely know people who like came out of Fight Club being like, oh, I want to be just like Tyler Durden. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Tyler Durden's the bad guy. There's a chest. Yeah. Gimme. But, that happens in any art, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Oh, great. Where am I going? Oh, up here.
I guess you could say Fight Club's a movie about not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Whichever Kool-Aid that may be.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Which is, but like I get why people are upset with it because like Tyler Durden starts the movie presenting not the Kool-Aid that you've been drinking, only
it's a different Kool-Aid.
Exactly. Only to discover it's a different Kool-Aid, right?
Ideology equal bad. Yes, I would say so.
What are we defining as ideology?
Anything that will give you a dogma.
Okay, all right, yeah, then I could be down with that. Yay. Okay. Ow. Dink. Dink. Whew. But yeah, no, Fight Club is a very good movie. I know that's a David Fincher movie, right?
Yeah.
And I think David Fincher is on record somewhere saying that if he ever meets anyone who it's Fight Club and another thing, and he's like, if they say Fight Club and this is their favorite movie ever, I immediately dismiss them as idiots.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he dismissed me as an idiot. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
No, it was Fight Club and something else very specific because that means that they didn't get Fight Club. And now I'm doing a horrible job because I'm trying to quote him. I'm trying to quote him saying something and I'm missing it completely. But yeah, David Fincher was really upset that people didn't get his movie.
Okay.
He was really upset when people started making their own fight clubs after Fight Club. He's like, what? Wow, you guys missed the point. And so, no, it's nothing personal against you, Rich, because it's a very good movie, Fight Club. But if you came out of that movie thinking to yourself, man, I want to be in a Fight Club.
No, I didn't come out of Fight Club thinking that.
Right, and I think that was the problem for a lot of people. Is like, oh man, that Fight Club was cool. Let's do that. Man, I want to be a weirdo hermit who makes his own soap.
What do you think the point is in Fight Club? Did we just talk about it?
Yeah, the point of Fight Club is not blindly following any set of rules.
Right.
Jack, the narrator, starts it off kind of living a pretty normal existence, and
But miserable existence.
a miserable existence, but by what most would perceive to be normal.
Yeah.
He buys the nice stuff. He has a nice job. He has a nice apartment. He has all the things that you're supposed to strive for, but he's miserable. And so he finds an escape from that.
He meets a guy who teaches him not to be so materialistic.
Right.
But it ends up becoming more like cults.
It ends up having the same sorts of rules and structures and things that isn't what Jack wants to do. And so, the moral of Fight Club is actually a very simple one, which is just find the path that works best for you. Find your own path. Ooh, okay, nice. Got the hook shot.
He's working a miserable, tedious job, and he finds this guy who teaches him to get rid of, throw off the stuff that's not happy, and then he ends up working in a miserable, tedious job for the other guy.
Right?
Kind of.
Okay, so I can go up the ledges now. Yeah, and so it has a really good, and of course this is all based off of the Chuck Palahniuk book, but it all kind of boils down to somewhat lovely with the theming, just finding yourself with hilarious consequences.
I don't think that's a terrible view of Fight Club or to take out of it. I think it's just a fun movie.
Oh, it is. No, it is a fun movie. It's a good movie. Fight Club is a good movie. I'm not denying that Fight Club is a good movie. All right. Yeah, I know. I'm going. Come on, Minna, move your ass. All right, here we go. All right. Nope. What am I supposed to do here? You tell me.
Valiant Bloodshot says,
Valiant Bloodshot.
do you guys think that The Boys TV show on Amazon will live up to the quality of the book, or will it become like The Preacher show where it's slow and boring?
I don't know what The Boys is.
I don't know what The Boys is either.
So there we go. Sorry.
And I didn't even bother watching The Preacher show because it just sounds like it's straying so far from the comic. Why would I care?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's changed in the later seasons. I don't know.
It could be. I know. I watched I got 2 episodes into The Preacher show and really did not care for it. I gave it a shot though. I gave it 2 episodes.
I can't imagine the Preacher TV show has anywhere near the set of balls that the Preacher comic had. I can't imagine that.
Right. What's supposed to do with this dragon?
I'd be shocked, huh?
It could have gotten
I
better.
find that shocking. I figured HBO would be like the only place where you could do Preacher right. I figured that would be the only place where it would even be conceivable.
Sure. What am I supposed to do? Game. What?
Yeah, maybe I'll have to check out the Preacher show. Maybe I will.
I'm in West Square. Capture West Square and use the magic circle. Oh,
Yeah, Hairstar is fucking great. Perfect casting. I'm glad to hear he's a great fucking character in the books.
huh.
The worst shit happens to Hairstar, the villain, but he's completely relentless.
I know. I did get to in the first or so episodes. Arseface is in there, and he was pretty funny.
I'm hearing that Jesus' descendant is there, which I did not think they would have the balls to even have that character.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Use magic circle. How am I supposed to use magic circle, Rich? You tell me, Rich.
What are you supposed to use?
Magic circle.
The game is telling you to use it?
I have to capture West Square, which I did, and use magic circle. And I guess I don't know how to use magic circle.
Is Magic Circle an item you find? Is it a place you go to?
These are things I would love to tell you, but I do not know. There's a dragon. There's a big dragon. I can tell you that.
Chad, I know it's like a 20-year-old comic book, and I know you're not really spoiling it, but as it's an ongoing TV show right now, I don't know if I'd spoil Preacher. Like 20-year-old book. That's well within my spoiler territory.
Yeah.
But currently ongoing show. So well,
That's one of those. Yeah, to me, that's a gray area. Like, you want to be nice, but also, I wouldn't care. That information has been available for a while.
Rich, I already spoiled Preacher in an older prereq. Well, that was probably when the show wasn't a thing.
That could have been.
Or at the very least, when I didn't think the show would be very faithful to the book. See, if I don't think the show is going to be faithful to the book, then I'm just talking about a 20-year-old book.
Right.
We're getting into weird territory with spoilers.
Honestly, like, the rules are written and rewritten all the time.
The rules are whatever I feel like. How's that for the rule?
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. I love it. magic circle?
Run home, Jack. Run home.
Okay.
Is there just a place you have to go?
Maybe. I'm heading that way. That was kind of next on my list of things to do, as that's the only area like flashing at the moment. So maybe I have to come back over here.
Lana needs to create the circle, lead her to West Square. She's stuck with enemies right now. Go defeat the enemies so she can go over.
Oh, I did. Oh, shit. Oh, no. There's a lot of... Oh, crap. Did we lose now? Yeah. We lost. Motherfucking Lana. Get it together. I'm over here taking out 1,000 enemies. Lana can't get her shit together. Lana.
Chat, if there's nobody in the chat who wants to watch or read Preacher, then go ahead and talk about the spoilers. You know what? Whatever. You people, you do whatever you want, man. You all just do whatever you want. It's fine.
We're not going to persecute anyone.
I'm not gonna persecute anyone. I'm done.
For Preacher spoilers.
I'm done.
That's fine.
Now people are saying I'm watching Preachers. Then don't do it, because somebody's actively watching it. How's that? How's that?
These are the rules.
I thought Preacher was a little preacher. I thought Preacher was a little preachy. Heyo.
Heyo.
Somebody hasn't read Preacher.
Okay. So we've captured the West Square, so now I gotta go find Lana. Oh no, not that way. Alright, I'm coming, Lana.
Knowledge Junkie says, haven't made it to many streams lately. Either of you signed up for anything interesting coming up, like Magic the Gathering? Excited, sorry. I'm assuming, right? No, it says signed up. Magic the Gathering, Arena, Risk of Rain 2, or anything else? You know what? I got enough old shit on my plate still that I'm not too bothered with whatever comes out.
Yeah, no, and I saw I'm paying attention to the devlog of Risk of Rain 2. It looks like they're still figuring out the game, though, to be honest with you. So I'm not holding my breath on that one.
Which one?
Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they even know what's going on with it yet.
How do you not know what's going on with the sequel? Like, what are they doing? Something? Is it a radical departure?
Yes. It is a third-person shooter now.
Okay. Why even call it Risk of Rain 2? That's so weird. Interesting.
It looks like it's going to be very similar
weird.
to Risk of Rain, except for third-person shooter.
Huh.
But it looks like they're going for a very similar thing. But it also looks like they're not anywhere near a stage where we can even look at the game yet, you know. Nope. Why are you over there?
Were comic books or graphic novels as expensive as they are now when you read Preacher? I can't find Preacher issues anywhere cheaper than $20 each. By the way, I live in Europe. Well, I mean, that's the nature of something that's out of print. I mean, it goes up in price over time. Preacher wasn't $20 when it came out, an issue. But I don't know what's happened to comic book prices in the last 10 years, because I haven't been into I haven't bought a comic book in a very long time now.
It's
maybe my Preacher issues are worth a mint.
Ooh.
I don't have a lot of the earlier ones. But
oh, okay.
I think I got everything from like the halfway point on.
Buy digital, man. Buy if you have a tablet, or I mean, heck, even just regular computer. But if you have a tablet, there are a million great comic book readers out there, and they look great on your tablet, and they are super cheap. You can get a full trade paperback for like $5-6.
There you go. The issues are pretty expensive now since the death of Steve Dillon. Oh yeah, that's sad. He was the artist.
Oh, okay.
I liked his art too. Nice, clean comic book style.
Mm.
I like that.
That'll do it. That'll drive the prices up. But yeah, don't be afraid of digital. That's how I consume 99% of my comics nowadays is digital. And you go through a site like Amazon or Comixology, and honestly, Comixology is owned up by Amazon now, so it just doesn't matter.
Dylan fit Preacher really well. He did, because he got the humor. Steve Dillon could draw a hilarious expression on the face of somebody getting decapitated like nobody else.
Fucking hell. Oh, that's where Lana... Oh, I went to rescue the wrong one. Oh, shit. That's my fault, then. Sorry, Lana. I went to rescue the butterfly lady, and apparently that wasn't Lana. Lana's not in there. Lana's over here.
I always imagined Steve Dillon's sense of humor was just as dark as Garth Ennis's. What did he die of, chat? I don't expect you to know, Jack. What Steve Dillon died of.
I don't know what Steve... I don't even know if I know who Steve Dillon is.
Guy who drew Preacher.
Well, besides that, I know you just told me that, but I don't know who he is. That doesn't mean anything to me. Oh, shit. No.
I hate looking at this game.
Deal with it.
The stream is truly a podcast at this point.
That's fine.
Isn't that always the case with us?
I think for most of you that's always the case. So I'm just not gonna feel too harsh about that. This is a game I really want to play right now, and I'm playing it.
Ruptured appendix. Ugh.
Ooh.
Steve Dillon, cause of death.
He died of a ruptured appendix?
Yeah.
That still happens?
Apparently.
Do you remember, like, in the 90s, didn't it seem like fucking everyone was getting their appendix taken care of? Taken out?
No.
Oh.
It was just people you knew.
I think it was just people I knew. It just seemed like fucking everyone was getting their appendix taken out.
I don't think I know anyone. Well, at least not that I heard about who had their appendix
really?
removed. Yeah.
Maybe I just, I was hanging with the wrong crowd. I was hanging with the appendix crowd.
Something in the water where you live.
Apparently. Bad well water. Bad well water on the farm. Alright. Where's Lana? She's heading up there. Lana has created the magic circle. Fucking finally. I'm coming, Lana. I'm coming. You hold that dragon.
AADTQKA, because I am not going to try and pronounce that.
Great.
Says, speaking of weird old comics, Rich, have you read The Max? There was an old animated series, I want to say on MTV. Yes, there was an animated series on MTV for The Max. And I don't remember loving it. I was fine with the Max.
Okay.
For an Image comic at the time, it wasn't bad because most of Image was garbage. You had the Savage Dragon, and then you had the Max, and just a lot of crap. Were you a fan of the Max?
No, I was not a fan of the Max.
Okay.
I was a fan of. I don't know. I was a fan of Scud. Is that what you're thinking of?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I'm a big fan of Scud. Agatha from the
That's another weird comic from the 90s, so...
Yeah. Scud the Disposable Assassin is definitely a fave of mine. Shit. Don't die, Agatha!
You like Sam Keith's art? Well, he did have a unique style.
For what, the Max?
For everything he drew.
Yeah, I like the Max. I like the look of him. He's a weird looking. I've never read the Max, but I like the look of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weird looking hero, and I dig that. I was talking with someone about like good Spider-Man runs today, and it reminded me of this this run of Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you remember that comic? Peter Parker Spider-Man. What was it called? It was called something like excessive violence. Oh, hold on. Now I gotta look this up really quick. Just speaking of weirdo art.
What is this?
It was a
Is it a storyline?
It was just a storyline volume. I think it was volume 4, maybe volume 5. Hold on. No, volume 5. Hold on. It was just a storyline, and I want to say it was called Senseless Violence. That's what it was called.
Okay, that sounds less familiar.
Peter Parker Spider-Man, and the trade is volume 5.
Okay.
And it's called Senseless Violence, and it has this really over the top art style that is really off-putting at first, but like especially Spider-Man is really cool looking. Like not human looking at all. Just very cartoony, very exaggerated. It's a Spider-Man that I really enjoyed.
I'm gonna say I think I know the artist you're talking about, but I'd never be able to.
I just Googled it. Hold on. Let's see if I can show you a page with this Spider-Man, because
like art that was almost like graffiti art, like just hyper exaggerated.
Hyper exaggerated. Yes.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Let's see if Amazon can tell us who wrote this. No, come on, who wrote it? Someone in the chat, look it up and tell me who drew it.
Ramos, that sounds familiar.
Yes, Ramos. Humberto Ramos.
I think that's it.
Is that it? Humberto Ramos. That sounds right. That sounds like the artist I love.
Are you sure it was Peter Parker Spider-Man or not Spectacular? I thought he did some runs in Spectacular.
Yeah, Peter Parker Spider-Man. Oh, it was even more exaggerated than that. But yeah, that's pretty close. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, like that one. I fucking love that. His eyes. I love his like the big black part of his eyes, and then just the tiny white little slits. Yeah, that's some good art.
Yeah, I don't like it when the white of the eyes is too big.
No, some good art, and like it had some really neat villains in it. It's a really good story, and at the end of that was that really neat Sandman story.
That's the
That's the
cover issue I remember.
Fuck yeah, Humberto Ramos drew some great Spider-Man. Drew some fucking great Spider-Man, and yeah, that senseless violence trade is a wonder.
Many, many years ago, because I'm an old man.
You know, I like a lot of different style of art, but I really do like it when an artist has a personality.
Doing a Google image search at the time, I don't think I gave him enough love. At the time.
Well, it's different. It's a big and interesting art style, you know. And so I could see it, especially if you're coming from someone like Romita Jr.
Oh yeah.
You know who did.
Well, I love Romita Jr.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I know you do. That's why I bring it up. But if you're coming from someone like him, who drew very human looking.
Proportions, yeah.
Yeah. Then you go to Humberto Ramos, and it's a fucking kick to the head. Shit, what am I supposed to do? No.
Being an old man is a problem that's just going to get worse. Yeah. I'm well aware.
Yeah. Being an old man doesn't go away.
Rich, I think you're one of the few that love J.R. Jr. over J.R. Sr. That might be true, but
yes.
I definitely do, though.
Just Rich.
Jr. is my favorite Spider-Man artist by far. Zack of the Axes says, Milwaukee was wonderful. It reminds me a lot of Buffalo where I live. Jack?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me about Vanguard. Great food.
Yeah, Vanguard.
The only disappointment was finding out I couldn't buy beer from a store after 9.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have warned you about that. That is a shock to most people. But at least we're not Minnesota. Minnesota... actually, I think they just recently got rid of this rule. Minnesota used to not sell beer on Sundays still.
Didn't Indiana used to be that way?
Maybe.
Maybe it still is, for all I know.
Right?
But I remember that being a thing in Indiana.
They just got rid of the rule, and there's like towns. What town is it over there? Eclair, who a lot of their business is just selling booze to people from Minneapolis on Sundays. Because it's a pretty short drive.
Rich, you gonna start betting on sports more now that gambling will get passed in more states? Probably not. I don't want to lose my damn money. Gambling's fun in moderation, but don't make it a way of life.
Hard to make a living off of.
If you only gamble what you're willing to lose, you'll be all right.
Yeah. I think that's the problem for a lot of people, though, is figuring out what you're willing to lose.
Go to the casino expecting to lose $100. Just think of it like that's what you're just gonna pay. That's what you're gonna pay to have a fun night,
yeah.
And you expect to lose that money. You'll have a nice time at the casino.
Oh shit!
But don't go expect to spend $100, and then when you lose that, well, here's another $100, and that's where you start running into problems.
Yeah.
I lost that $100, but I need to make that back, so now I gotta spend $2.
Okay, who's falling?
West Coast wants to know if this game is worth getting.
I think it is. Kind of all depends on how much you like this style of game. I mean, you're watching it. It doesn't get deeper than this. You run around and you hit the things. So I guess you kind of got to decide for yourself if that's something you would enjoy. I frankly, do enjoy it a lot. But if you don't, that's you. You tell me.
The artist on that Spider-Man run was Francisco Herrera, not Humberto Ramos.
Francisco Guerrera.
Herrera. Herrera.
We need some confirmation on this because obviously we want to, credit the right person here. So who told us Humberto Ramos? And are you wrong?
Well, the one I'm thinking about, I'm pretty damn sure it was Ramos. So, I'm set. Though now the specific story you're talking about, I can't say for sure because I did not read that story. And here he is, credited on the Marvel site.
Who?
I don't know. They didn't say. Do you want to switch back over?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's figure this out. Because I really enjoy that art style.
Where's the mouse? There we go. Well, that cover looks like John Romita Jr., but that's just the cover.
Right. Okay, so they're saying art by Francisco Herrera, Sam Keith, Michael O'Hara, and Kari Randolph. So, there you go. Ah, okay, yep, you guys are right because that Deadpool looks like him too. That Deadpool looks like very, very. Hold on, go back to his name. Let me Google his name for a second. Hold on, right there. Francisco Herrera. Okay. I got it. Let me look at images for Francisco Herrera. Oh, yes. That's the one right there.
Okay.
That's the one. You guys are absolutely right. I never should have doubted chat until... Well, it was also chat who said Humberto Ramos. Yes, Francisco Herrera is the artist. Look at that.
I think Ramos is definitely the guy I was thinking about.
Look at that. Look at that Spider-Man and Black Cat. Look at how big and weird that is. I love it. I fucking love it. And now I know.
All right.
And now I know. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for giving me the wrong name and then correcting. That's all that matters.
All right, you can go back to the game now.
Francisco Herrera. All right, well, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Keep saboteurs to the west. Okay, we're doing fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. on, just do your fire thing. Just do your fire thing and let me hit you. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Gosh dang it. Die! How's Dungeons and Dragons going? Very well. It's going very, very well. I'm working on the second part of my epic tale right now. I'm working on writing it, and in the meantime, my 10-year-old who played with us insisted on writing his own story because he had just such a good time playing that he wanted to be the dungeon master.
Yeah.
And so, that's one of those things where you're like, oh, man, he's played one game of Dungeons & Dragons and wants to be the dungeon master. All right. And he actually wrote a pretty decent little thing for us. Most of it was combat, which is fair because that's the part he really liked.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually wrote a really neat trap for us where we got to the treasure room and we were going after the lost fish statue of Atlantis. I don't know why it was lost fish statue, but that just does not matter.
Oh, Jack, you're setting the seeds for this kid to be a loser in high school.
For him to be very creative and have lots of friends is what you mean, right?
Yeah, yes.
To be very
yes.
creative. So many people are going to think he's so creative. Yeah.
Do you know Doom started out as a D&D campaign?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, there you go. I bet John Carmack played D&D.
All of id Studios had D&D sessions.
So there you go. I rest my case.
And I guess Carmack was very anal about there being actual consequences for things.
Sure.
And Romero did something stupid and unleashed demons upon the world, and that was just the end of the campaign. It was like the demons won. Carmack wasn't willing to have a creative solution out of it. It's just like, no, you released the demons. Demons took over. It's done. You've destroyed the world. John Romero, you've destroyed the world.
See?
And that, the demons invading, that was what eventually, became Doom.
So what you're saying is D&D was really great. And it's definitely something that I should
I have nothing against D&D, Jack.
But so we were going after the lost fish statue of Atlantis, right? And
yeah.
And we find it in the D&D campaign that my 10-year-old wrote.
Yeah.
And we find the fish statue, and we get to the fish statue room, and it's just the statue sitting at the end of a long room, no enemies, and I was like, okay, something's definitely happening here. And both me and my wife tried to roll perception to see if we could find any traps, and we didn't roll high enough, and we weren't able to find any traps. And so we take the fish statue off of the little pedestal it's on, and all of a sudden it triggers a trap, of course. And what he built in the room, he has the room drawn out. We have this giant grid paper, so he drew out the room, but there's Legos everywhere because we use Legos for all of our props. And so what he
Jack,
built...
you
what?
playing D&D with your family is the most adorable thing.
I'm honestly, I'm loving it. I think it's great. I think it helps
I
build
think it's
imagination.
great, too.
Oh, great. We're getting some neighbors to come by because we've been talking about D&D, and they might join us. They have a kid in my kid's age, and so they're going to try to join us. And thought, oh yeah, I've never played D&D either, and they're adults too. I was like, oh, it's great fun. So what he did was he built a Lego ceiling to go over this room that had four stacks of 2x2 bricks, right? And so it goes, the ceiling starts lowering, and he goes, and this is I have no idea how he figured this rule out, but he's like, for every action you take, the ceiling will lower. So you need to figure out, and it's like, so the door locked. And the ceiling happens, and so it's just like, oh shit. I'm going to inspect the pedestal. Roll for perception again. He's, oh, we don't see anything on the pedestal. That was one action, and he takes away one of the 2x2 bricks. So he's actually lowering the ceiling as we're playing. And of course, we have little Lego guys, right? So eventually, we get so far down, our Lego guys have to actually physically bend down to be in there, and it was a door. We did get out of the room.
How'd you get out of the room?
The key was, and there was there was hints on the wall. We found some hints on the wall. The fish, the sacred stone fish was the key. We had to use the fish to get out of the room. But of course, we were looking for keys and looking for other things.
I'm impressed.
But his solution was, you have to use the fish, of course. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Oh, it was good fun. Hampshire Central Square. Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, no, I was really impressed. A lot of his campaign was a bit of a slog, just because it's a lot of combat.
You'll get older.
Oh, of course. But I'm saying for a 10-year-old,
yeah.
He came up with some really good bits. And, of course, it was us as a family. It was our second time playing. And so, he came up with some really good bits. Where am I? Oh, I'm right here. Have to bring it down to our level.
If your kid was the DM, what was your character?
I decided to be a half-orc monk. And by the way, I decided this purely because I found a character randomizer.
Yeah.
And I found a half-orc monk, so I looked in the player handbook, and that actually seemed pretty cool.
Okay.
A monk is like a kung fu D&D character. And so I thought that was really neat. They use hand-to-hand combat. They can take 2 combat turns.
Okay.
Or they can do 2 combat worth of damage. And so he had some cool things going with him. So I was playing a monk. That was my character, half-orc monk. And I thought it was rather important that just because my other kid is a ranger, to have someone who has a decent amount of strength on the team. Oh, it's that chicken again. So, no, I was a boy monk. Also, half. They know me. Half-orc monks are usually bald.
Oh, okay.
So it's just and so we found a Lego dude, and it's just shirtless dude with that little monk skirt thing. We found a good Lego for me.
So just you, but green,
buff.
and 2 big fangs coming out of your lower jaw.
Exactly. Doing kung fu. Oh my God! Look. The moon is crushing the dragon.
I get it.
Yeah.
Then the moon turned into fairies?
I don't know. Oh, well, no, the Great Fairy brought the moon down. I was at the Great Fairy Pond Lake, and it doesn't matter. It's a fan service. Oh, shit. Yeah. Boom. I got you, dragon. So yeah, it was fun. I'd like to work. There's so much with character building that we haven't even dived into yet, just because it gets so deep. You know, like you're supposed to kind of fashion a backstory and
Yeah.
and so there is a whole lot that I don't quite understand yet. Like there's allegiances and alliances and all sorts of stuff that I'll get to eventually, but oh, it's the Majora's guy, or the Twilight Princess guy.
Yeah.
Jack wasn't. By the way, I was thinking of Bard. I was. That was my first choice. Was Bard, because they're like magic users who use musical instruments, of course. And I did want to do more spells, but then I thought that we could really use someone. We could use a bruiser, is what I was thinking, just because of the other people in my party. I wanted to make sure that we.
You had some brute force.
Yeah, just someone who could throw some punches.
Did you figure your kid's campaign was going to be combat heavy?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Very, very much so.
Yeah, that's what he enjoyed.
Oh, yeah, no. And the other thing that I figured out he really enjoyed was looting. He was really adamant about, like, every single box. Oh, my God, I died. Every single box in every single room, like he made sure to place like 5 or 6 boxes in every room, and at least 1 or 2 always had something in it. Like he loved, and then he wrote out little on little scraps of paper like what they were and handed them out to us so we could loot everything. And that's what the part he really loved. It's just like, oh yeah, here's a sword, and this is the sword of strength. And it gives you this, and this is the sword of nightmares, and like he drew little pictures. Oh, it was adorable.
Aw.
It was great. It was just great. So yeah, we had a great time. We had a great time. We are going to play it more, and I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to playing it more, and. You know, more so getting more of the... Like, we have a lot of Lego pieces for, like, room stuff, but I want outdoor stuff. Like, everybody that I've seen who has videos, like, has just a collection of miniatures. Like, I want little trees and little buildings to put on my map. I want shit to put on my map. So...
Isn't there like, a games workshop in the area?
A games workshop?
Aren't there the people that have all that miniature stuff?
Oh yeah, like there's what do we have? We have Board Game Barrister here.
Oh yeah, they probably do stuff like that too.
So they probably have stuff like that. And you know, everybody has been very. Oh shit! You know, a ton of people have been very like supportive and vocal about ways to get shit, and so I have plenty of. Gosh dang it! Stop it.
You can find any old hobby store and get the kind of fake foliage they use for railroad tracks.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need train stuff.
All kinds of little trees.
Yeah.
Mossy clumps for bushes.
Need to find a model train store. But yeah, like that's the thing. There's stuff everywhere, and you know, just go to eBay or go to fucking every garage sale that you come across. So I'm not worried because we have so many Legos that we're gonna be fine for a while. Hearts. Gotcha, dragon. Gotcha, dragon. Gotta deal with some of these peripheral characters now, because we have so many of them. Oh, I beat someone apparently. Okay, great. Great. That's great. Everything's great. Alright. Alright. Dragon. Oh, what's happening?
Like I'm supposed to fucking know?
I thought I was supposed to know,
He's
but
glowing green. Does that mean he's invulnerable?
I wish I could tell you, man. I thought I knew what was going on. I thought I had it under control.
Jack, I think killing all those dudes just made more dudes come in.
Yes. Yes, I see that. There's so many dudes. That's okay. We can just keep killing this dragon. I think I have to kill a dragon. Come on, keep fighting him, please. Thank you. Keep fighting him. And plant it. Nice. Kill the dudes. Kill the dudes. There we go. And dragon. Everything's gonna be fine. I got this boss down now. I know what's up. I know the score. Or do I?
There's a really old Ghostbusters RPG that is interesting as well.
Ghostbusters RPG.
Yeah. Running a business RPG.
Well, that's it. Like like I said, there's just so fucking like D&D that has this whole like commerce system. Like we're supposed to have a home that we go to every once in a while.
Oh, really?
Like there's all this stuff that I don't know yet, just because I'm not involved in regular campaigns or anything. But yeah, there's a lot that I just have no idea about.
That is part of the game, running the business. I wasn't being sarcastic. I just presumed it would be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be disappointed if running your business wasn't part of the Ghostbusters role-playing game.
Right? Come on, there we go. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. Whew. It's great. It's going great. It's going great. It's going great. It's going great. Shit. It's going great, but I'm out of hearts. Well, I'm almost out of hearts. Come on, come on. Oh, shit. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. How about a heart? How about a heart?
Do you just have to kill the dragon?
I think. I don't know. Shit. 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 Move, move, move. Move, move, move.
How do you get it down on the ground? That seems to be the only way you can injure it.
Oh, yeah. There's a heart. When his tail turns blue, I shoot it with a hook shot.
There's a couple over there, too, behind you.
Shit. Ah, no!
No!
There. Oh, good. I got his tail. I got his tail. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. Hit him. Die, you damn. Yeah. Oh, good. All right.
Oh, thank the maker.
Ooh. Okay, I get full health from doing that. Great.
Jesus Christ, how long does this go on?
For fucking ever, Rich.
Oh.
That's great. Oh, now I gotta fight Zant.
So you say.
Now I gotta fight Zant. Okay, come here, Zant. You're gonna be nothing. You're gonna be nothing compared to that dragon. You're weak. You ain't got nothing. Come on. Come on, do something. This is a little excessive. I'll be honest. This is going on for a long time. This is going on for a very long time.
Saying it would be faster if you had a good weapon or were a higher level.
Yeah, well, obviously this is story mode.
Or were good at the game.
Oh, there you go. There it is. There it is. Thank you.
They're dicks, Jack. Our chat is full of dicks.
Full of them.
Full of dicks.
That's fine. You know what? It's going to be fine. There we go. There we go. Boom. That didn't do anything. Gosh dang it. Would you guys hit him? It's like, are you part of this army? I'm just playing the story mode. I'm not really like min-maxing or, you know, like grinding my character at all. This is just kind of where I am in the story. So
Jack keeps switching out characters every level. This game is stupidly designed for you to stick with one character the whole game, and you'll level up at the correct rate.
No, because certain levels you can only choose certain characters. So in this level, if you look on the top left, you'll see Midna and Butterfly Girl.
Do they intend for you to go through the whole thing as Link?
No, you can't.
You can't.
I can only be Midna or Butterfly Girl in this level.
Yeah.
So whoever said that is incorrect. I'm playing the story mode where you have to be specific characters at specific times.
Okay.
As you note. There we go. I think if you're playing free mode...
Scott91575 in the chat says, this game doesn't seem very good. I said that earlier, and I was the worst human being that ever existed, Scott. So I'd watch your back in that chat.
Yeah.
I'd watch your back in there.
Well, I'm having a good time. But we can call it.
Yeah, okay, good.
We'll
good.
just wait for this story thing to be over. Tits McGee is back.
Tits McGillicuddy?
Yep. Ah! Oh. What?
Are they supposed to be the same?
Oh, is that it?
It's like anime. How are you supposed to tell?
Yeah. Her face, it just looks like yours. Oh, does it?
All the faces look the same in anime.
Exactly.
You look just like Cloud, too. And Goku.
Oh. Yeah, that's the problem. But we made it. So much stuff. Great. 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 Oh, we got so much stuff. Look at all that stuff we got. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, we earned a medal. We earned another medal. Great. Shit, yeah. I don't know what that is.
Not to be disrespectful, but the same could be said about Steve Dillon's drawings. Well, the same could be said about a lot of different art styles. You can say that about every Jim Davis character.
Right. Who was it? I don't. You're not on social media as much as I am, but I'll tell you. Speaking of characters looking alike, one of my favorite rebuttals. A lot of people have been very whiny and moany about this whole Thundercats Go situation.
Yeah.
And one of the big complaints that we heard here in chat is this looks just like every other Cartoon Network show with big goofy characters.
Which
right?
is why I was thinking of that with the anime, because you could say the same thing about the anime.
Well, and so
Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Well, my favorite one was someone took like all the old like G.I. Joe and Transformers and put all their faces next to each other. They're fucking identical.
Yeah.
Like fucking identical. Yes, you can say that about a lot of art styles.
I'm just so fucking sick of that art style. Well, that's fair, but I mean, it's just that's what's in style right now, for better or worse.
Right. That's what all the hip kids are doing. All the hip kids are making big goofy styles. I don't know if I did talk about this. Just because it won't mean much to Rich, who stupidly has not seen The Expanse yet.
In hindsight, didn't I make the right choice?
No, because
oh my God!
Sci-Fi canceled The Expanse, but apparently Mr. Bezos is a big fan. So
Jack, it pays to be a billionaire.
You get any TV show you want. As long as a billionaire loves your show, you don't have to worry again. So it's Expanse Season 5 is coming to Amazon Prime streaming. Very good news. Or Season 4, I forget what season they're on. But no, it's still a very good show. It's phenomenal. So far this season has been fantastic, and I'm really happy that they got picked up by Amazon. Really happy. Dr. Evil saved the day. We can have some problem with the Bezos, but that's one positive tick.
What's the problem with the Bezos? What did he ever do that was terrible?
He treats his employees very
Does
badly.
he? I'm not hip to this.
Apparently working at an Amazon sorting facility is absolute hell on earth.
Okay.
And many...
Okay. I think I've heard that.
Many of his employees actually, even though they work full-time jobs, still have to apply for government support because they don't get paid enough. And so,
Okay.
Which is fair. Amazon is the new Walmart, and here's where we are. But he gets one good tick. He saved a show I like. We can't say too many bad things on him as we are streaming through his channel right now. I just thought about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.